All right, so welcome to CR Wrestling Commentary. We're doing Ring of Honor Pure Tournament Week 2. This opens up with Rocky Romero versus David Finlay, both loose tag team partners, members of Chaos. They're here in the States, obviously probably working with New Japan Pro Wrestling stateside for New Japan Strong. So hopefully, going back. And you know what? They said in this that the wrestlers go through strict COVID testing, which I'm like, that's what I was saying about my show.
Yep.
We're held up in the Daigo Schuster Hotel. Massive hotel, sports complex, arena, and whatnot. That's where we are, the Daigo Schuster Hotel. Thank you, Mr. Quan Daigo Schuster, for that. So this match, both went in saying, look, basically we're going to do our best. Granted, they went over the history together. They did all that. We know their history. We've seen them currently. We know that David Finlay was the winner of, I think it was the 2018 G1 Climax C block.
Yeah. He had his little thumb.
A little thumbs up. He won the, no, he didn't win. He lost. He came second up to New Japan Strong's tournament to go for the United States IWGP US title.
Defeated by Kenta.
Yeah. But he got a win over Tama Tonga, which says a lot.
And he's also a former IWGP Tag Team Champion.
So he's got a lot coming into this. Just like, Rocky Romero.
Rocky Romero is a tag team specialist.
Yes. I mean, straight up.
He can grab just by any partner and take him to IWGP.
And if you watch New Japan Strong, you watch New Japan Strong, he keep checking for partners. Mm-hmm. It's like, you need to quit, Rocky. You need to quit. Stop looking for people. You know what you're doing. So
he needs support. He needs a support wrestler.
Yeah, somebody that can take that beating while he chill and then come in and save the day. That's what he's looking for. But Beretta's gone.
I don't know if he's gonna find one better than Beretta. I haven't seen anybody take a beating.
Ricky Morton is too old. Beretta he's too gone now. He's in the land of make believe.
But man, that man could take a beating. He get beat so bad, you're like, just somebody got a towel.
Yeah. somebody run in and help him. I don't care.
Take a beating. Woo.
So this match here, this was under wrestling rules, yes. And neither one of them took a shot. A punch, that is.
No, Rocky threw one punch right before that last sliced bread.
Okay, okay. They both got 2 rope breaks. David Finlay used a side angle Indian deathlock and push using the foot on the knee. That's that leg submission he was working on, which is a good one. Time-tested damage that hold is.
And something it's not something that's very taxing on him either.
That's the good thing. Conserve your energy, wear them down. Mm-hmm. He can apply pressure when he feels like it. And even if he's not applying pressure, there is some damage being done, even if you don't have that foot up there. They're trapped, and because of that, Romero, he had to get to the ropes. David, he got caught in the Jujigatame or the Diablo armbar that Romero calls it, and he had to get to the ropes. That was a rope break. Those are their equal. Their 2. Other than that, it was more instinctual. The match, they did their thing. It was a New Japan Pro Wrestling style match for them. They did great back and forth. I didn't like the 1s and 2s too much, but when they did the comeback, Romero grabbed him and he went up for that rope run Shiranui, and David caught him, held him, and brought him down in one of the most epic high-angle pendulum backbreakers I have seen. It was solid. Mm-hmm. Romero bounced off. No, he didn't really bounce. It was just solid. And I don't know. Romero kicked out, and I don't know how or why.
What do you mean by the 1s and 2s when they were
back and forth? The punches back and forth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's not their forte.
No, it's not. And it was too busy. The punch, the weight, the punch, the weight. You need to go back and forth. Pap, 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 pap. Not unless you're taking a hit and the other person's like, I'm trying to show that you ain't shit to me. Yeah. That's usually what you want, but that's not what they did. On the outside of that, Everything else was solid.
Yeah, I like how both of them picked the body part and just picked it apart. They just carved it slowly.
And I love that.
Yeah.
They carved it like a Smithfield turkey, man. They did that mess slow, methodical to let you see the insides and then break it off, you know.
And Finlay broke out Indian Deathlock.
No plug there, just saying it.
Not really as a finisher, but it got the desired effect. It slowed Rocky down. Rocky couldn't even do his forever clothesline. It was like forever hobble hobble. He was not able to accomplish it this time.
And like, oh shit! But see, was always if you when I wake up and my legs ain't with me and I'm hobbling on one leg, she laughing at me. If I sit here too long and get up and I'm hobbling, she laughing at me.
But if I get up and I start hobbling,
and she just start laughing. She mean.
I'm not mean.
She mean.
At least I'm fair. I can laugh at my own hobble.
Yeah. If she see a wrestler hobbling, she laughing.
Especially when it's that stiff leg hobble.
Here you go. So the match does end, you know. And matter of fact, I got to remind me because I was sitting there worried about you. Who won?
Finlay.
Finlay won.
Why are you worried about me?
And what did he win with?
His finisher, which was like a net break onto his knee.
It was that, brain buster net breaker. Because you was not worried, but you was sitting there laughing. I was like, I got caught up in the laugh, and then I done forgot what the hell I wanted to say. It all just went out the window.
Okay.
Went out the window. It was gone.
He calls it Trash Panda.
So that's what he's talking about, dropping the net breaker on the knee.
Yeah, that's his finisher.
Trash Panda.
Yeah.
Brain buster net breaker, man. That's vertical drop net breaker. On the knee. Like on the boy. On the boy.
Wheel cheese.
Damn y'all for making that show go away. Talking about the Looney Tunes show, animated, and they had live and stuff. In any case,
it was good.
This match, that was a good show. This was a good match.
Yes.
They've got one more match coming up. I am enjoying this. Please let us know what you think about it. Think about what we're doing, what we're saying. Tell us what you think about the Ring of Honor Pure Tournament. This is still week 2. We got one more match. And the graphic for this is different. We're doing a different thing because week 1 is rendering in Filmora 7. And so this, you see, check it out though. CR Banking, tinyurl.com/CR Banking. Free. It's free. Just link your bank account to it.
Your mom's a tiny URL.
Huh?
Your mom's a tiny URL.
Your mom's a tiny URL. What are you talking about? Your mama, shit. And my Patreon, there's nothing up there now, but what I'm going to put up there, and I don't know how well this is going to go over with people, but I'm going to talk about back in the day wrestling shows that I went to, run-ins, whether they're embarrassing, jacked up, messed up, run-ins that I had with certain wrestling talent at a wrestling company. Some things got racial. Some was fan caused. Some were, I had my run-ins with Colonel De Beers, Matt Hardy, the Serial Thrillers. So, Christian York and whatnot. I'll bring up those stories. There's no need for me to have these memories and then not share them. I'm going to put them up there because if you're going to hear how I look like a fool or I go through something messed up, you're going to have to pay for it. It's $1. It's the lowest that they'll let me charge. So it's $1. It's $1 to hear me look like a fool. And also what I have up there is other stuff that you might request or conversations or whatnot. You want to talk and chill, we can do that for a few minutes or whatnot. That's what I'm going to do with my Patreon. So with that aside, and this match is done, and I'm very pleased at Finlay's showing. I really am. You got to hear his background on his parents and where he comes from.
His whole wrestling family.
I don't have words for how I just appreciate blanketly that level of history. It's just beautiful. I don't care. I don't want to know the personalities of these people. I don't want to know how they were socially, because if I find out, I'm probably going to be enraged. So I'd rather just stick to the wrestling and that they are wrestling historians in that area. They are part of history. They are part of his background in history. So it's beautiful to hear that. That is your family. You come from a professional wrestling family. That's just awesome. You know, and that makes me feel good about David. A lot. And he's come a long way since we started watching him in New Japan. Woo! A long way. This has been going on 10 minutes. I wanted more of a plug and compliment sandwich. You know, Smithfield, you don't have to buy from them. They're crooked, but you know what? They do give the best foods so far. Tasting. I don't know about, you know, the ingredients, though. I don't know about that.
Why are we talking about Smithfield?
I mentioned it, so I just want to let you know I ain't getting money for this shit.
Okay.
Because I was talking about, you know, tearing it open. I made a comment. It's just a thing.
Okay.
Shit. All right. If I was getting money from him, I wouldn't be doing this.
Okay.
Actually, yes, I would. Because I like wrestling.
All right.
Let's roll.